Today we'll be hearing about a special project called the Parenting Young Children Study. My name is Juliet Rudder. I am the Community Engagement and Outreach Coordinator for the Healthcare Coalition of Southern Oregon, and I am here with Jennifer Hoskins from the University of Oregon.
My background is in social work and I'm a family therapist.
Alrighty, well, about the project, what are some details that you got on it?
It is going to be an app. The reason why I'm really excited about this is that the information that's delivered in the app connects parents to really quality information for parenting young children.
What makes this information good information?
It has been researched across the state of Oregon and then across the country and even internationally. It's been researched in rural communities and urban communities and everything in between. The family checkup is a model for working with families that's been researched at the University of Oregon for decades. Also, another model called everyday parenting, which is a wonderful model that just helps build parenting skills. So what we've done is we've taken family checkup and we've taken everyday parenting and we've put them together in an app. So we know this app has such great information. It's going to connect to the good stuff your trusted pediatrician tells you, your preschool teacher tells you, your child's childcare provider tells you. It's just going to help you take your parenting to the next level. It doesn't need to replace the other brilliant things you're doing. You can do it right alongside. It's a friend to the other great things parents are doing. And you know how we get our good information about whether this works or not? We ask parents. We ask caregivers through surveys and questionnaires. And so for families that participate in our study, they are going to do 4 interviews and they're going to answer some questions and tell us about how it worked for them. And because we value these families so much and because we value their lived experience and their knowledge, we're going to pay them for those surveys that they fill out for those interviews. It's going to be $325 over the course of the study for sharing that information with us. But it's really accessible. Families can use the app when they are at the elementary school waiting to pick up their older child, when they're on break in the night, when they're doing their night shift, when they're just sitting on the couch watching that cartoon for the 100th time. They can be using the app.
Do you want to go ahead and give us a little bit of a demonstration of what folks will see on the app?
Yeah, I would love to. So I have some screenshots of the app. In blue, what I would say is the different modules that are available in the app. And then in yellow are some screenshots of inside the app. So let's look at what's in blue here on your left. So this is one of the first screens that a family sees when they're using the app. And it shows them 5 modules that they'll go through. You see wellness and self-care, parenting and substance use, positive parenting, proactive parenting, and rules and consequences. And then if we come over here into the white part of the screen, what you're seeing are these 2 cell phones, and they have images of different activities within the app. So the first one is positive parenting, and it gives the parent their turn to check the boxes that describe what it means to use positive parenting. So we have praise and reward, or smiling, or spending quality time. And this is just really simple. You're checking the boxes. On the other screen, we have a practice. It's a situation. So this one says, your toddler was playing quietly, but now she's tugging at your leg saying, mommy, over and over again. And so then we're practicing, we're coming up with ideas of how we might handle that situation. Parents get to use the app in the way that serves them best. They can cruise through it really fast, or they can hang out a long time in a section that really matters to them. It does open up module by module. So you'll start with the first module and move on to the second module. One thing that is great is that you can go back. Okay, so what I have here is a little bit of a breakdown of what is inside each module. So we have, for example, I brought up positive parenting. We're going to be talking about using praise and rewards, giving effective directions, and building a really positive parent-child relationship. We'll be talking about rules and consequences. We'll be talking about making clear rules, using logical and effective consequences, and even using ignoring when it's an ignorable behavior. proactive parenting, promoting positive behavior through scheduling or positive planning. I had to learn to use that a lot when I had such a big family. We'd get out of the car and go into the grocery store, and we were just this huge crew. And so I had to do some positive planning. Wellness and self-care. So we're going to be talking about self-care and healthy routines and managing stress. And then we have a parenting and substance use section where we talk about managing parenting demands, having healthy relationships, and effective communication. And I think where this comes from, when it's talking about managing parenting demands, we know that parents have been through a lot. And so we want to give them great information so they can manage those stresses and be healthy and thrive.
Yeah, that makes it feel good to me, I think, is just assuming that the parent knows what's good. And it feels like this is assuming that you're already doing good things and want to keep doing good things.
I'm so glad you pointed that out. So what I know when I work with families is that they love their children tremendously. They want to do really well, and they have really great goals for their families. My hope is that this app just fills tools in someone's toolbox so they can achieve the goals they're already pointed towards.
Are there any aspects of the app or the program that you want to expand on?
Yeah, okay, so there's two. There is the opportunity that some parents will get to work one-on-one with a family coach. What I love about it is that it's really accessible. Again, the way we're doing the family coaching is over the phone or over Zoom for about 20 minutes when it works for the parent. And then we take the information that they're learning in the app and we tailor it to the unique situations in their own families so they can reach the goals that they want to reach. And then the other thing that's been a real hit, the app sends texts to families connected to the modules they're working in. Maybe on their work break, they spent 10 minutes in the app, but then the day gets away from them. They're parenting multiple children, everything goes awry. And then all of a sudden they get a text reminding of that thing they wanted to work on. And parents have said it's been so helpful to keep them on track towards the goals they've set for themselves.
So this must be like kind of a big grant or something like that in order to make this work.
Absolutely. So this research is a federally funded research grant. And that's why parents don't have to pay for any part of the service that they receive. So the participation on the app, totally free. If you do coaching with me, if I call you one day and I'm your family coach, that is also completely free. And on top of that, when we ask you, how did this work in your community? How did this work with your child? Then we will compensate families.
I did want to let viewers know that Healthy Start community service workers are going to be referring clients to this program. How else can a parent participate in this program?
So we're looking to recruit caregivers of children ages 18 months to 5 years. This is one of our flyers that we've prepared. And we're hoping that folks in Southern Oregon reach out to us either through their partnership with Healthy Start or because they have a child that is between 18 months and 5 years and they're interested in the Parenting Young Children study. And if that's the case, call us. And the number is 971-219-2025. And I want to let folks know that this project's going to be going for a couple of years. So let's say you're watching me right now and you're like, hey, I think that's a cool study. I'd really like to participate, but my child's 14 months old. Well, we're still going to be doing the project 4 months from now, and we would love it if you would reach out and connect with us. There is a series of questions that will be asked when people call in, just about their life and stressors and what they'd be hoping to get out of this project. We actually assign research ID numbers, and so people's names, informations, home addresses, telephone numbers are never floating around. I can imagine most folks would be eligible for this study. One thing a parent would need to have is access to an app, like on a tablet, iPod, or smartphone. This is a web-based app. So if you have a tool where you can use apps and the internet, that's what we need. We also need you to be able to receive those text messages and receive emails. However, I do want to say these are brief modules. And if you really want to do this project, but where your house is located in your community, you don't have the best Wi-Fi, You're welcome to go to your public library and use the app when you're there.
And even if you can't use this app, there are people in your circle who probably can. So keep us in mind.
So I would really encourage people to reach out and talk to us.